All right, we are rejoining Karuta as you guys have just set up the ship for explosives, weapons, and things that the prisoners can use in a potential like prison break in the morning. You guys were also uh, witness to a big kind of summoning of the entire ship, where a lot of the prisoners had turned into thralls after witnessing Karai address the crowd, saying she was going to send more forces to seek out Karuta and capture them, and to bring them back here. She says she charged Captain Thorn with these orders, and then she made a very she made a threat to the crowd, saying how everything's on high alert and um, no outbursts are going to be tolerated. And she demonstrated her power as she kind of wiped the minds of many on deck and turned them all into thralls, sending them back mindlessly to their cells. Only a few withstood the effects of the artifacts she touched on her waist, and even a few of your group were succumbed to the mind control of this magical relic. You guys have regrouped with your friends, though. The effects have finally worn off, and you are back sane in mind. But feeling a little bit hungover from the day before. I believe this is I think we said that was you, Callie, and who else failed? Was it
Well,
Skyborn?
it was me and Skybor, but the Hero's Feast apparently cured that.
Oh,
according
that's
to
right.
the
That's right. Because you did that wisdom bonus and stuff. So yes, that's
Mhm.
right. So thank you for that. Um, I think that's it. I think where we left off, you guys were making your way up through the ships up to the second level. Or I'm sorry, started heading up the ramparts to reach the third level. But we paused there right as you got to the base of the steps and how you wanted to proceed. I think you all wanted to discuss how you guys wanted to move forward. This is the morning time. Uh, also don't forget about indicating to your constituents with the prisoner outbreaks. All the above. How would you guys like to start? As you guys are in this area.
Guys, I completely blacked out for a while. I forgot what we were doing.
Yeah, you had some crazy drinks last night. Um,
Mm.
pretty
We're
sure.
doing the plan.
Yeah, exactly. The plan that we totally talked about while you were totally drunk last night, which was odd for you. Um, pretty sure that we are going to go up there, cause a distraction for her, and Saleem here is going to go all sneaky sneak up there and try and get the scepter that she has on her, probably at all times, that made you both go all zombie
Wait.
like.
I just had a thought.
Yes.
So, like, what if sort of like how it made both Skybor and I lose a bit of time?
Yes.
What if, like, she can still control it without it being on her? We may want to, like, shove it in the bag.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is, funnily enough, how they woke us up.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys had a fun little trip in the bag with Saleem. I think that's a good idea. So
Best night of my life.
What, having people suddenly wake up and come to their senses after being in the sack with you?
Mm-hmm.
Shame.
What sort of distraction are we going to go with?
I think existing is the answer. And literally just being like, hey, we're here. Look at us. And, monologue to her if she doesn't monologue.
They basically go up there, kick the hornet's nest, and see what it does.
I don't know any other way, because I think at that point we also
I've
let
noticed.
our friends know, hey, start causing chaos, or we get them to set off the bombs first.
Oh
then
yeah, by
she
the way,
runs out.
Skyble, you're going to have to be the one to tell them, hey, start chaos. You have the earring with Lana's sister.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Don't actually tell them to do that yet. Just in case. But
Like
what?
soonish.
Soonish.
Once
But
we get her attention.
what if we set off the bombs, she comes running out? Oh, but you know what? If she's a... No, that's not gonna work. Because if they do bombs, she's just gonna use her scepter. We have to get
What
that
about the
scepter
dragon?
first.
What's the dragon situation?
Mm.
Fuck around and find out.
Okay, so
Can't
there
be
is
frightened by them.
No.
Look, the fact that we had a plan up to this point, from what I've heard, is monumental for them.
Yes.
You guys had talked about there's other things that you guys have information about. You do know that your ship that you abandoned when you first arrived is on the upper level decks. Skyboard confirmed that last session. It looks largely unbothered. You also know that now that she carries the relic on her waist, I'm trying to think of other things you discussed last time. You talked about possibly sneaking in and stealing it.
Yeah, I think that's what we were planning on doing, was Salim sneaking up and grabbing it. We'll all be there, but I think maybe it's at that point that the bombs go off, and so then she's super distracted and... Yeah. I don't know how else we can do this, you guys.
Rather than making a distraction that will put her on alert, how about we put her at ease? Like maybe spread false information that those below have sightings of us. So her guard is going to be down up here, thinking that we're not here.
I mean,
she thinks we're down there, but
Yeah.
this kind of like confirms it. So her
Okay.
guard will be lowered.
that is true. Then we could just walk right up there. Not to her, obviously, but...
I mean,
And obviously not all six of us with 3 very towering people, a very small one and a very average. Who actually is probably the only one who fits in here. How the 3 of us have fucking not been found is surprising.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have been successfully pulling off the ruse that you all are guards, in fact.
all right, my name is Dave.
Yes.
Hey,
To be fair, we've been pulling off the ruse to idiots, not necessarily the one in charge, or the tiefling who may or may not see things that we don't.
Yeah.
And Salim could pickpocket the item from her if he's
That-
invisible.
Actually, his mage hand is, so he just needs to get close.
I need to be within 30 feet.
can you cast a spell under invisibility, or would that be greater invisibility to maintain visibility?
He
Right
doesn't
here.
need to be invisible. The mage hand itself is already invisible. It's part of his class.
Gotcha.
But also, yes, it would have made him not invisible if he was invisible.
Gotcha. Can you, if you have greater invisibility, can you attack and all that stuff, or will that
Mhm.
make you lose visibility? I gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
greater
greater
visibility,
invis-
you can do all that stuff. It just is shorter.
Yeah, like
A minute.
yeah, not very good.
Uh,
It's good for like one. It's like good for a single combat.
Mhm.
sure, but not long duration. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sometimes a minute's enough, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do? What's
Dave would like to spread false rumors that there have been sightings of Karuta down below.
Yep. Do it.
Okay.
Should you necessarily be the one trying to lie?
It worked for me so far.
No, that barely worked for you. I was there.
He was glowing with charisma that time when he was being Dave.
I was there. That barely worked for you.
Hang on. I still have inspiration. Okay, so I can still pull it off. Let me see. I shall spread rumors.
I'm
Yeah.
going with him and helping.
Yeah. Oh.
Good thing I'm helping.
You're helping him
will-
spread rumors?
Yeah.
Then
I-
that will be at 25 then. Or 20, I'm sorry.
I mean, it could be a 25. If
I'm
you
just
want.
Really good thing I
Combining
said that before you rolled. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So Skybor, you and Callie in your silver tongue, when you want to be, start making your way to the different guards reporting the rumors, and some cause immediate alarm. And it seems like your rumors are taking root quick, and some of the more superiors are starting to come down to the lower decks to investigate. You don't hear any major like sirens or gongs or horns right now, but there's definitely some bells going off in people's heads, and they're starting to investigate the middle to lower levels a little bit more thoroughly.
Oh, I thought I was referring to the ground below the mines.
Oh, they.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry.
what he meant by below the caves.
Gotcha. So that rumor's already successfully taken place. The people are flying down there already.
But I'm trying to make it so that it is now factual that we're down there.
Oh, I
Before
see what you're
it
trying
was
to do.
theoretically. Now it's factual.
Gotcha. So you're gonna hear a lot of like, finally we see what all the fuss is for. All this hard work we've been doing to stay over here.
So
Like
this will
pride.
lower the guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea.
Okay. Yeah, if you spend the better part of an hour, you'll start to see that some of the rumors that you've been spreading are actually starting to be socialized just naturally as you kind of pass by other guards your group does. You can start hearing them kind of say things like, "Did you hear that they've confirmed Karuta's on the surface?" And you start hearing like things like that about an hour after you start spreading these rumors together.
I start making friends.
What,
Yes.
what would you like to do to make friends?
I will share some rations and I like tell stories about about some adventures I've heard about that may or may not involve me, but they don't have to know that.
Fuck it, I start joining in since I'm a part of this already.
Oh man, I don't know how.
Did you ever see Stripes
Yeah,
with Bill Murray
yeah.
when they pull into the Russian camp and he gets out and gives one guy a bottle and slaps another guy on the back and stuff? And he can't speak Russian at all, but he's walking around acting like he's friends with everybody.
I think I remember. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Yeah. That's what they're doing.
Okay.
It's gonna be so heartbroken when Skyward betrays everyone.
No.
All right, go ahead and roll me a deception here, Skywalker. See how well you continue to do it. I guess Callie's helping you do this somehow.
I mean,
You're
Callie.
going over fine
mainly
with some people.
flirting.
Some people are kind of like, get away from me, weirdo. or they don't want to hear your story a little bit. But you do make a few friends, bouncing around, telling some of these adventures. Callie, you don't. You have no problem using whatever you're trying to do.
Oh, she's mainly just either flirting or trying to talk to people. That's it.
Sure,
Just
sure.
get them comfortable.
Yeah, they definitely seem to relax their guard. Um, so much. Oh, well, you guys are still on this floor, but yep. So it seems like your ruse and your um working with the guard and socializing has paid off a little bit. You even start to see maybe after the hour a few guards coming downstairs from the upper level and to discuss some of the news that you guys have been sharing. So it seems like it's starting to drift upwards too.
Perfect. After a while, just slide up Skyboard. Did you have more to this plan or what?
And what plan?
While they're doing this, what are you? What's Cronus, Salim, and Lorna doing during this hour?
I'm keeping an eye on Skyboard to make sure you don't get himself killed.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, Lorna, what about you?
Lorna's probably walking around, playing pretend guard by her sister's cells.
Okay. So far, everything seems normal with the prisoners. You will see Leora and Flora. After a while of you standing kind of on post nearby, they'll kind of mouth you, ever so briefly, like kind of a questioning look. They're not really mouthing; it's just more of a questioning look, like when are we going? When's the signal? But it's ever so briefly as they're trying to not draw too many eyes. But you'll start to notice, Lorna, that even some of the other guards on duty are not as at attention as they normally were, and some of them actually are starting to discuss and chat things privately amongst themselves. What about you, Celine? What are you getting into?
I'm checking out the what's it called? The aviary?
The aviary? Yeah.
Aviary?
Mm-hmm.
See what kind of entrances, see if there's guards at the entrances, see if there's places I can hide, see
Okay,
how
sure.
close I can get, all that kind of stuff. See
Sure.
if I can see into it.
Sure.
Where does she have an area that she sleeps, an area that she works at? Just
Mhm.
the layout of the place so I can work my way up if I'm invisible and try to get as close as I can, because I need to be within 30 feet. Is it 100 feet wide? Is it 30 feet wide? Whatever. I want to get within the
Okay.
30 feet, but I don't want to get as close as I have. I don't want to get close, but I have to get as close as 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Sure.
I'm not going to try to get 10 feet away.
So when you say 30 feet away from the building, or from
The person where I'm going to cast Mage Hand that's going to be invisible, but it can only be 30 feet away from me.
Okay.
Because it's going to try to pickpocket her to take the artifact from her and then rush back to me once it does. But it's invisible, because that's one of my abilities, invisible Mage Hand.
Okay.
But the range is only 30 feet.
All right, give me 1 second. I just gotta look up a thing for this. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So you start heading up to the upper level deck, and as you approach, you still see that a lot of the airships and some of the dragons. It's quite a bit less than previous reports, It looks like some of the better ships have taken off since the late night reports you got from Skyboar and his Hawk's scouting mission. The ship that you guys abandoned is still there on the upper level deck. It doesn't look like it's gotten touched among a few other ships that are there in pretty decently bad shape, and it looks like they need to be all given some attention. But you still see it on the top deck. It doesn't take long for you to see the massive kind of spiraling tower of metal and iron and stone, kind of twisting up to a point, leaving large kind of a cage-like structure where you can see it through the top part, like open air, and in those like alcoves you kind of see dragons, wormlings, large dragons, all kind of roosting and nesting. Many kind of sleeping, others kind of just looking out over the horizon in the area and enjoying their kind of domain. The bottom half of it is kind of a stone and metal structure that's spherical, and it has seemingly four main entrances or four different entrances leading into this large aviary structure. You will also see that this is a little bit more not open air on the bottom floor, like the first 3 stories of it. But there seems to be openings leading into this internal area. You're about 100 feet or so away from the aviary now at this point. What would you like to do next?
How big is the aviary?
The total size of the aviary. I'm sorry, what's it?
Right.
Let me see. Let me do quick math. I'm just. You would speculate that this aviary is about 8. From the exterior alone, about 600. I'm sorry, 700. 700 feet in diameter.
So the deck, say deck 1, is a large deck, and the aviary is in the middle, and the aviary is about 700 feet wide.
Correct.
A circle.
Right. It is about. Let me see here. It's kind of more cage-like, as you kind of can see. Like I said, you can see right through the sky and stuff off the distance at the top. That would be. I'm just trying to think about height because it's open air. About, I'd say, 15,000 feet high.
I'm just not picturing it.
I'm trying to do
So-
math real quick.
15,000 feet from the deck to the top of the aviary?
Let me double check my math.
I think that's about 3 miles.
That's not right then.
Is it 5,000 feet a mile?
No.
Yeah.
No.
5,000 something something something. I'm supposed to remember from Remember the
700
Titans, but
feet.
I don't remember.
Seven.
No, it's not 7.
5,280 feet.
meters.
Is a mile.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
it's 5,780 feet.
It's like
And-
roughly half a mile.
It's not that tall. I'm sorry, I just don't know what it gets. It's what 1,000 feet tall.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
did you
what's-
just like miss a zero in there?
I was just trying to think what a big building was real quick.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
See, I'm not good at measurements. You tell me it's not gonna help me. It's just numbers.
So we're looking at something like, say, a football stadium where the bottom deck or the first deck would be the plaza around, and then the football stadium's in the middle. That's the aviary, only it's 1,000 feet tall.
You got it. You can investigate closer to learn more about it, but from the outside, that's all you can see at the moment.
And on this deck, what's going on this deck?
You see a lot of the guards and captains kind of at relax. Kind of, they seem to be talking about news of and the excitement of possibly getting Karuta on the surface. It seems like the rumors have drifted up here.
So is this something like it would be an aircraft carrier deck with all the smaller ships being basically the
Sure.
planes and everything? Only, you know, the ship's bigger naturally. A ship is naturally bigger than the plane, but
Sure, yeah. So when you first came up onto the upper level deck, you kind of passed through the air yard on top of the deck.
okay.
Once you get past that point, there is the centerpiece of the aviary where Karai is headquarters, does her, leads from. Going off to the left and right, you will see other kind of better accommodating dwellings and stuff where some of the captain and the higher commanders rest and take quarter here. You'll see some other kind of quality of life things that you wouldn't see on the lower level decks, such as places to order food and stuff of nicer quality up here.
Olympic-sized swimming pool.
No swimming pool. But they got some, their armories are quite, as you can easily notice while walking by. You'll notice that their armories are staffed with, sorry. You usually have a higher quality stock, better armor, better crafted blades. You will notice that they have some of those masks that you have taken from other ninja or from other Ashi and that you have fought elsewhere. It seems like that's pretty standard up here, even for as needed. But yeah, a lot of more high quality items up here, weapons and armor and equipment.
Are there any of those masks around that I can take?
Definitely, there's.
Sleight of hand.
You don't even have to sleight of hand it. I mean, if you're going to the armor, I guess if you're trying to grab more than one, yeah, you have to hide that. But there doesn't seem to be anyone that would bat an eye to you at this point if you started approaching an armory.
I can go to an armory and pick up one, and then leave and stash the one mask, and then go to a different armory and pick up a different one. There's that many armories around?
I don't think there's gonna be that many armory again. This is mostly housing and dwellings and stuff. You're gonna.
I'm only looking for 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do a sleight of hand to see if you fit more than one in your bag. Now, when you do a mage hand, how does that? I assume it's using your abilities, skill modifiers and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a 15.
You got a 15. Okay. You get a couple in your bag. You get two in your bag, and then one of the other kind of people that are there checking out or getting equipment. Like, you getting the whole crew ready for something?
And I tell him, yeah, I'm the quartermaster for a strike team. I got to get the equipment ready for us. There's 6 of them. Of course, I'm staying up here when they go down, but I got to get all their equipment for them.
Good. Have heard of the news of the Karuta? They've confirmed them on the ground.
That's where they're going to be heading.
Sounds like we're soon going to be out of
One
here.
the hit teams. Yep.
Can't
This
wait.
is
to
one
get
of
out
the hit
there.
teams that are going to be after them when they get them cornered. They got to look good when they're doing it.
Well, best of luck. Thank goodness you're out here, not in there. At least you get a little bit of more freedom. So, yeah, I'll let you get back to it.
All
And
right.
what he's saying over there and over here, he's kind of referencing to the aviary.
Yeah. All right, so I get 3 of them.
Yep.
Okay. And then I make my way back to the rest of the team. Tell them what I saw. Suggest that we move up there with our masks on. We're gonna have to get up as close as we can, and then have the prisoners start the diversion to get some of these dragons and stuff heading down towards them, so then we can go in and make our move. Is what I would suggest. after I get down there and we meet. I already have a mask for mine, so I've got the 3. So did they have masks also? I know a couple of them did not.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of lost. You said a lot. So you went back down to you
What-
went back
what-
to the next level to find your group and hand out these masks. Is that
I
correct?
went back down to the next level, find the group, tell them the basic layout, how it's massive, but that we can move up there and move around freely if we're masked. That we need to mask up and then go up there and get as close as we can. Then tell the prisoners to start their diversions to draw off some of these dragons and then make our rush for the aviary. I think that's the only way we're going to be able to do it. We're all not going to be able to sneak in, and I tell them how big it is. It's 1,000 feet, the aviary itself, and all that stuff. And then I give them the 3 masks, because my outfit has a mask with it.
I'm using the How Disguise so I can make a mask.
Does it even fit, Cronus?
Well, these are those special masks that prevent certain toxins and powders from working on the.
Oh, sure. Yeah, thanks. Wait, I have one of the
So
other
they're
ones.
basically cloth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I used mine. So yeah, I will take it.
I still have my other one. Also, we are immune to poison, but like we do need to get this fight done today.
Yeah.
Also,
Skylar.
you're all immune to poison.
But sleeping, not so much.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skyball, put this around your face.
What?
This holds up a mask.
Don't I already have one?
This is one Salim didn't make. Also, yeah, I think you and I have the other ones. So, Cronus, do you have one?
Nope.
Then put the other one around your face.
I will reluctantly put it on.
Lorna gives you that look of, if you don't put the mask on right now, I will put it on for you. Right. So are we doing this, you guys?
To be clear, what is this? What?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well-
we're going up. We're going up to where batshit crazy chick is, the evil tiefling, and the dragons are. What then?
We get as
So-
close as we can. We signal the prisoners to start their revolt diversion. And hopefully that will draw off some of the dragons and get her focused on them, and then we can charge in. Now, a lot of them are going to be catatonic if she uses that artifact, but we should be okay since we had the feast.
But we.
There's a chance you'll be okay. A
Yeah.
larger chance you'll be okay.
Mhm.
So, how are we getting up to her? Are we trying to be sneaky, or are we just walking in our guard uniforms?
Well, there's a lot of guards, as long as they're masked and everything, moving around in that area.
Right.
As long as we look like we have a purpose, we should be able to pass by. Nobody questioned me or anything as I walked around.
Ooh, what if we
So-
bring a scroll with important news on it?
How about not drawing attention to ourselves?
Yeah, I
mean-
think we should just
True.
head up there and we can walk. There's 4 entrances into the aviary. We can walk past the first one, so we're not drawing attention to ourselves like we're heading to the far side. That this place is massive up there. It's 15,000 feet long. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 1,000 feet
It's
tall.
not.
Yes. And the deck is humongous and stuff, and 5 people walking along. I think we'll pass by. Like I
Right,
said,
so
as
just
long
to be
as we're
clear,
not
we're
stopping
all
and taking
putting
pictures.
masks on, literally walking up to her, stealing the shit.
No, we're walking up to where we can get into the aviary, and then signaling the prisoners to start the revolt. Because there's dragons everywhere. If we just walk right into the aviary, they're gonna just swarm on us. We've got to do the diversion then before we can make our move on her. But we have to be close. Because like I said, it's 1,000 feet, and just the
Okay.
aviary itself is
Mm-mm.
1,000 feet.
Nope. Too many. I'm getting confused. Now others are going to get confused too. Okay, where is she? Is there an entrance close to her?
There are 4 entrances.
Yes. Is she by one of them?
I could not see inside the aviary.
Okay.
I
So we
see
have
the
no
4
clue where she is.
entrances into the aviary.
Right.
We need to go to
We
the
go in
entrance.
one of them.
Yes.
Trigger revolt, potentially getting a lot of people killed by dragons.
If we trigger the revolt and the dragons start moving down, tell the prisoners to be down in the lower decks where the dragons can't reach them, but the dragons are going to head down that way. And they'll
Would
be
they?
occupied.
Alright, assuming that they are actually going to go of their own volition or she's going to order them. We then see how.
But once we put away the scepter in the bag, that might cut off all connection and power to the dragons.
No. They would still be dragons.
I mean, yes.
But they would be pissed off dragons.
Not at.
There's going to be a lot of chaos.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yes.
They're going to be
of
fighting the
chaos.
soldiers. They're going to be fighting each other.
Yes. So, we go into the aviary entry, get them to blow shit up. Hopefully the dragons go somewhere. And then what? We try and find this chick? Hopefully she doesn't try and go and quell the rebellion herself.
I think we need to do that before.
We
Sorry.
can't.
We need to find her before we set the distraction. Because setting the distraction, as you say, is going to set the dragons loose, and then we're going to lose her in the chaos of all of that.
Exactly. If we could, like... So, people with masks and uniforms were walking around. Were they walking around in the aviary or just near it?
Near it, I could not see into the aviary. I saw the 4 entrances.
Hey, Skyball, the 2 times you were looking at the aviary, were people walking around?
Yeah, there were
God.
soldiers inside the room.
So we can get in. Because it'd be a
Perfect.
lot
I would say they were
easier
more like
timeline.
guards, but that doesn't mean you can't go in.
You said they were more like guards, or are we?
Yeah, guards. Yeah, I mean like on duty guards. Like you didn't see any other guards like socializing in the aviary.
Sure, so we just need to pretend we're on duty. Move in formation and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Get close. Try and... I mean, honestly, if you can time the nicking the scepter with the bombs going off, there's a higher likelihood you'll get it.
Exactly, and that's, I think, what we're trying to do. So we need to find her, not go up to her, but just key in on her where she is. Then tell them, hey, start doing your shit. And then once we hear the first bomb go off, you grab the scepter.
Yes.
And then from
Less-
there, we have no
Less
plan.
likelihood of them going wrong before we can... Well, there's still a likelihood things go wrong before we start, but less likely going wrong once we start.
Yes.
Whereas the other one, there was the bombs and then try and find her, and then what if we can't?
Yeah.
So, be guards in the aviary, try and find her, get close, blow up shit, steal thing, go kill a couple bitches. Yeah?
Yep. Blend into the background.
as much as the
Yeah.
5 of us
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's do it.
Hang on, everybody agree?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Skybor?
Skyball?
Yeah, sure.
You sure you're sure? Do you have another idea?
No, let's go.
All right. So, bringing me up to speed. What's step 1 of your plan?
Get up there and find her.
Patrol in the aviary.
Yep.
You all head upstairs to the next upper level. You pass through the same courtyard that Celine passed by, or the area yard that Celine had walked by earlier. You see this massive tower in similar description before you. See one of the entrances pointing to you. You see another 3 that kind of are on each polar position of the building. You guys approach the building and go inside, I assume, or anything else?
Is everybody ready? Oh, potions. What potions are we drinking, you guys? We have a fuck ton of potions. Let's drink those now. Before
Oh,
we
you mean the
forget.
resistance ones?
Yes, correct.
I was just like, maybe not the healing ones right now.
No.
How long do the resistant ones last?
An hour?
Yeah. So maybe when we clock her, that's when we'll drink them. Because we don't know how long it's gonna be.
I mean, you can also just do it, like, later.
Yes. Okay, we're good. Never mind. Ignore me.
All the potions though are distributed on how you may or may not want to potentially use them.
Yeah, I think we did that before.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys start approaching the aviary, and we go largely unnoticed. You guys have really kind of kept up the ruse that you guys belong here, and it shows in your way you walk across the upper level deck. You go in through the short or the tunnel, and you see how it kind of gets dark just momentarily before it starts lightening up, and you see into a quite large interior where you see that there's guards all around the room, and Karai and Nidell are standing center. Looking around the room, taking it all in, you will see that there are wormlings and some adult dragons and other type of dragons kind of laying and roosting in the upper portions of this tower. Some seem to be sleeping, others seem to be kind of looking intently around the area. Let me go ahead and move you guys to this map. And not put your tokens on here yet, so but you guys can see it without your tokens on there, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me just put just a few of your tokens on here because this is the entrance you guys would be coming through here. How would you like to proceed as you kind of take this all in? At the moment, you're in kind of the door archway, like in the tunnels a little bit, so no one really has paid too close of attention to your. Did I move the wrong token for you, Celine? Let me know that's wrong. But you don't. Sorry, what was I gonna say? So yeah, that's what's going on. Sorry,
Why am I so tiny?
I don't know.
Also, we're Skybor.
If you guys are trying to judge room or space of the room too, you will notice that this square. I think each square is 10 feet.
10?
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
wrong token for me.
And let's see if that's the right one.
Nope. I should have 130 something hit points.
I don't see your. It's just pulling your token in. You have temporary hit points or something?
Nope. I have an armor class of 22 and 137 hit points.
Which
Are you using new Salim the Haggler?
there's two of
There's
them. Yeah, new Salim the Haggler. You know what probably happened? Let me see real quick. Cancel. I wonder if they're both using the same character
Yep.
sheet for the tokens. So let me fix this to be. There's always got to be someone difficult now.
Yep.
New Salim Haggler. Okay. Let me do this. HP. AC.
There we go.
Your AC's 22. Is that right?
Correct.
There you go. That should be right now.
And there's two of me. I'm twins.
And I'll go ahead and delete the old sheet if that's. You don't need that, right? If you got
Right.
everything out of that. Okay. Alright. Hopefully I can not do that to you next time. Anyways, I'm forgetting someone's token. Skywar. And there you all are. So anyways, there you go.
And these squares are 10 feet?
Correct. Well, double check. I think so. That's what that means. Yeah, 10 feet. So, just to give you a more description of the room, it's about 350 feet in diameter on the inside of this. And again, you see the spiraling cage-like tower reaching up into the sky above. And yeah, this is a catwalk. So these big black holes is just leading through those deep cavernous tunnels below the aviary. You see little streaks of red and yellow from lava flows that seem to be popping out of the rocky wall, cavernous walls, but so it kind of illuminates the twists and turns of the cavern below.
Are these large ones dragons with riders?
Yep.
Okay.
These ones seem to be more on guard. These dragons, while a lot of the other little ones are seem to be either smaller ones or resting.
Right before
Oh,
we're ready to move out, I'm going to turn invisible.
Okay. What is everyone else wanting to do as we enter this room?
Oh, I'm just here for the bride currently. Just looking like a god.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How brightly lit is this area?
It's near the torches is where it's pretty well lit, so you'll see this by kind of like the entrances there. Sadly the floor kind of cuts out a lot, but it's mostly little pockets of light. Otherwise, well, actually, I'm sorry, it is daytime. I would say all is pretty let me think how the sun would come in at this, because you guys are still in the morning too. Okay, I would say it's still mostly dimly lit, but we're gonna expand the light radius from the torches with the ambient light from the sky a little bit, so it's not as dimly lit as it was in the nighttime, obviously.
Okay.
In a nutshell, I'm just going to kind of expand the natural or the light of the torches. As long as you're not teleporting towards a torch, you should be fine. All right. Any other questions, or who's stepping in first, I guess? So I guess move your tokens in where you'd like to kind of stand about, in here, or where you'd like to go in this room.
Are we going to split up into groups of 2-ish? Because I feel like our... Actually, no, we can't. You guys don't know Streeted? What do you guys think? Like, relieve these guards off duty, quote unquote.
I mean, we could try it. Really, at this point, the worst thing is we get found out and we still do what we're trying to do anyway.
Yep. Let's confirm for communication. Earring is Salim and prisoners.
Skybor.
Skyborn prisoners.
I thought it was Salim. Okay, Skyborn prisoners. And then monocles are me, Callie,
Me.
and Salim.
And Salim.
Okay. Mr. Cronus is the only one without communication, but we can't fix that for now. So, alrighty.
Yep.
Cool.
Also mask on everybody.
Yes. I also. Yeah. Yeah.
So just so I get the timing of these events right. Is Skybor entering the room with you, or is he staying back and doing some kind of message to the prisoners? Or are you guys waiting to get into position and then send a message to the prisoners?
I think
The
we're waiting to get into
second one?
position. Yeah.
All right.
Because if they find us, let's put the stipulation in. If they find us, Skybor, you say, go ahead, do your thing. And then we try and steal the scepter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I feel like by now we've let them know, okay, we're up in the aviary. Be prepared. For the prisoners. Yeah?
Sounds like a plan. So you
Good to
all
know.
start walking down the stairway towards the guards that are on duty, and you all try to convince them that you're there to relieve them of duty. The 4 guards look kind of confused at first, and one will say back to you, Callie, you say, "This isn't normal. Why aren't we changing shift with the rest of the other guards?"
I just kind of shrugged and just... You were needed downstairs for all the shit that's going down with Garuda. I don't know. I do what I'm told.
Go ahead and go ahead and roll a deception check. He kind of not, or he kind of like, Captain Thorne order this.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks over and nods at the, looks over the other one and says, at some of the other guards that are in his kind of section, and nods that that they are to head out, and he kind of speaks up even over the kind of hushed room as kind of Karai and Idel are discussing things in lower tones, and he goes, Karai, me and my men have been pulled to active duty by Captain Thorne. May we be dismissed? And then she kind of looks up momentarily, like, looking at you as the messengers, the new group. She kind of calls out, "Now, why would Captain Thorne change my guard in the middle of their station? Surely we have enough soldiers elsewhere to fulfill his needs."
I'm just doing what he asked. He
Told us-
doesn't deign to tell us his plans.
Told us to come find the guards up here. Says they need more manpower down there.
Go ahead and roll me deception checks, Lorna and Callie. I'll let you roll with advantage as you're helping each other.
Alrighty. Sorry, to clarify on the map, are we up here now?
Yeah, you guys would be more up here.
I was
You,
like, yeah, where did they stop us?
if you're talking to them, I imagine you guys are here, and Skybor is going here, because you guys are going to relieve these other guys of duty, right?
Yeah.
And at this point, as they go in slam, I assume you're now invisible. Is that also accurate?
Correct.
Okay, so you're by them, and you're kind of invisible there, standing behind Lorna.
And this is a catwalk across here?
Right, off to the sides are you see the kind of cavernous pits below.
And then what is this big black ring in the middle? Is that just a platform?
This is the platform kind of hanging over the cavernous sides.
And where are these two guards by Callie and Lorna?
That's correct. There's 2 guards there
Where are they?
Next to us.
next to them.
Am I able to get past them? Is there room for me?
You can
Because
walk
I have
between
I have
Callie and
spider slippers.
Like, you can
Well,
probably
I have spider
walk
slippers.
between,
I can walk along the
could also-
side or underneath.
like probably
Wait.
walk between Lorna and I. We're relatively.
Yeah, I'm
You can
tiny.
fly.
I pass through between Callie and Lorna as you hear them kind of exchange these words with the guards. Karai just kind of momentarily holds her gaze.
And can I see the
Yeah.
article, the artifact on her belt?
You can. Mm-hmm.
What's it? How's it hooked?
It looks like it's kind of just tied around the waist.
With just a leather
Yeah, like
strap
a
or
leather
something?
rope. Yeah, like a leather rope, sashing it to the buckle of her belt.
Okay.
Karai will finally break her silence in her kind of damning stare. She kind of looking to cut right through you, Tortoise. Make sense of the words you're saying, Callie and Lorna. She goes, if Captain Thorne needs your attention elsewhere, then so be it. He needs every resource we can spare for the capture of Karuta. And she kind of motions them to leave as those 4 guards kind of take off. Was it only 4 that he needed?
I just nod my head.
Good. But now that puts you
So
on guard duty.
mechanics wise, I'm not exactly clear on spellcasting outside of combat. If
What about it?
I spellcast, I have Dimension Door.
Uh-huh.
If I spellcast Dimension Door right next to her,
Mm-hmm.
I'm invisible. I have a dagger in my hand. I
Uh-huh.
spellcast Dimension Door right next to her.
Mm-hmm.
I reach out, grab the artifact, cut the string with Dimension Door, or with the dagger. Then, how soon before I can cast another spell?
6 seconds.
So you're going. So what is casting Dimension Door? An action or a bonus action?
Action.
Action. So you wouldn't have an action to cut the string, make an attack action on top of that.
Also, you may be
That's what
overcomplicating
I mean.
things.
If I cast it not in combat,
If you cast it not in combat, as soon as you cast a spell, you are going to turn visible.
Yeah.
right?
And I think
So I
the
cast
effects of the
Dimension
spell goes immediately into effect where you teleport at that point. You would have to
Right.
cut the belt or cut the thing off, take the action, or to make an attack at her, or
Cutting the belt would be an action attack on her.
It would be an action, but also, why can't you just walk up to her?
it'll be. I'll take it as an action. You can either make an attack roll or a very hard DC. I just think it's going to be a little bit harder to do sleight of hand. So you could try sleight of hand. I'll allow that to try to cut it free. But it's going to be a little bit more noticeable
okay.
to her, I assume.
I do have
Well,
a...
I would be not invisible if I do Dimension Door, right?
Correct. I have a question.
Yeah.
Why can't you go up to her, grab the thing while invisible, and the dimension door out.
That's a possibility.
It would
I was
also
thinking
limit
of
the
a quick
amount of
strike.
visibility you had. I mean, you can still do
Yeah,
that, and
okay.
like you can do it your other way too, but
Well, see, I have 2 spells that can make me jump. I have 1 dimension door, and then I have thunder step, which I was thinking dimension door to her, cut the thing, and then thunder step away from her 90 feet. So
That's
boom
gonna
I
be
mean-
too long.
it would take 12 seconds. And it gives
Okay.
her a time to react.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering about the mechanics. Okay, I'll just go ahead and start sneaking up to her, invisible.
I mean, that's not gonna lie. Good
The-
backup plan.
Our
though.
guards are in place. Okay.
Rye and Idell seem to be back in discussion amongst themselves as you start to encroach closer and closer there, Celine. Give me 1 second. I just got to check something. How do you? There it is. Seems that as you start to approach, Karai and Idell are kind of moving around the platform a little bit and talking. Do you keep moving as you see them kind of walking around and chatting?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm behind her.
At this point, you are behind, or more off to the side of them, and you are more behind both of them than you were before.
I want to be behind her where she can't see me, and I need to be 30 feet away.
Okay. You can, as they're walking in circles, you can easily kind of circle around them and get to the back side of them as they're kind of chatting. So go ahead and move yourself 30
Okay.
feet away from them, which should be right here. So you should be able to.
I
be
didn't
right
see any. Okay, there we go.
I think so. Let me double check. I guess technically you're
Okay.
40 feet away. Right? It's from your token, not the space in front of your token, right?
Okay.
So you're 30 feet away. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I cast Mage Hand. And I stay invisible when I cast that?
No.
No, if you cast a spell, you lose invisibility. That's kind of why I was asking if you're doing greater invisibility versus regular invisibility.
I also just thought you'd already cast Mage Hand. My bad.
Okay.
If you need to, like, is there concentration on Mage Hand or something?
It does not say.
No, there's not.
It says
concentration.
duration 1 minute.
Yeah.
No concentration.
How long does Mage Hand last? I don't think it would.
1 minute.
Just,
I don't feel like it would have lasted long enough from the tunnel and that exchange with the guards and Karai.
Right.
So I would say.
Right, it's only 1 minute. That's why I didn't cast it.
Right.
I will not cast it, and I will just sneak up and try to get close to her and do it
Okay.
sleight of
Yeah.
hand myself.
Roll me a stealth check to make sure you are doing it gracefully. You have advantage. You're invisible, but
Okay.
make sure you don't.
I have
fall.
advantage,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and I'm using my Boon of the Gods, which gives me a advantage, and it gives me a +1, I believe.
Okay.
This is sleight of hand or stealth?
Your
Stealth.
approach is stealth. Then if you're trying to retrieve it from her, that will be sleight of hand. So just make sure you get within 5 feet of her without causing alarm.
Okay. So
You have
I will
advantage on stealth.
use.
You have advantage. Rolled again.
Oh, advantage. Okay. $14.
So is that a 15 or a 14? Because if you roll 10 or whatever, isn't it?
First one was the 15. The second one was yeah, they would both be 15.
Okay. Dice here.
I'm going to use a inspiration.
Okay, go ahead. Roll again with advantage.
Make sure I pick advantage this time. 21.
Better.
Okay, let me just double check the passive real quick on Night Owl. What's
No,
passive?
technically,
How do you
that
do
would be a 22
Passive is
because it
whatever your perception bonus is plus 10.
Okay.
so it would be a 22 because I get a +1 for the boon of the gods.
Okay. You seemingly are able to kind of follow them around the room, staying behind them as they kind of just wander around as they chat. And you're doing it very, very cat-like. You seem to not be making them aware of your immediate presence. What else would you like to do?
I will turn on my microphone so you can hear what I'm going to do. I will do sleight of hand to grab the artifact and cut the cord
Okay, okay. Go ahead and
as
roll.
quietly as I can. Does this one come with advantage since I'm still invisible?
I think invisibility is just stealth. Let me double check. Looks like it's my description, and I'm going to say you do get advantage on sleight of hand while you're invisible.
$17.
Okay. Do you want to roll or use a fate token before I roll for her her perception?
I feel like you should do it.
If I use the
Probably.
fate token, I have to take the
The
second roll.
fate token is a.
You-
Is a fate token a reroll or a d6? What am I? I'm making shit up. I don't know.
I gotta look
Can
at the
be used
rules
to
there.
reroll or force an enemy to reroll against your character.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, you could re-roll. And I think we've always played it as you take the better of the two, kind of like double advantage.
Okay.
Like not of the total four, but like each set of two kind of
Yep.
thing.
21.
All right.
Updated.
You take your dagger sleeve and you slice through the leather cords, just in the right sway of her body movement as she moves to the different step and shifts her weight back to the other foot. Your slice is perfectly timed, as if she couldn't feel the change in weight, or the moment that you cut her free of the relic. That said, within a few seconds later of her just taking a few steps in front of you, she clearly knows the weight has shifted off her waist, and she's kind of looking around her. It's been 6 seconds. What do you want to do as you are still currently? Actually, that would be an action. So wouldn't that would break his invisibility at that moment, right?
It's an attack, not an action.
Um.
Invisibility breaks if you attack somebody or cast
Okay,
a spell.
I got you. Okay, so you're still invisible, but she has 6 seconds away, so a few steps in front of you, and she clearly knows that it's missing from her waist. So she kind of looks up, looks down, looks up. What do you do?
Is
with your 6
is
seconds?
that enough time to cast Dimension Door?
It absolutely is enough time to cast Dimension.
Or Thunderstep?
You have, if it's an instant spell, you have time to do that because you have or lifted the item off of her person by surprise.
Okay. I will.
But if you're doing Thunderstep, take a step forward. Not gonna lie, it's
Alright,
within
hold
10
on.
feet.
Find Dimension Door.
What was that, Callie?
That was back. If he's doing Thunderstep, get close to her.
I'm doing Dimension Door to get away.
Oh, then yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Thunderstep, I could have gone 90 feet, and they would have took damage, but 90 feet only takes me to Lorna. I want to be as far away as possible. I can go
Definitely.
100, 200 feet. I'm going
You
to
can
go
go
right
further.
next.
I thought Dimension
I
Door
can
could
go 500 feet, but I'm going to go right to there.
right to where?
Right between Cronus and Skyborn. And then I will be visible, correct?
Correct. You do have enough teleportation to move outside of the building.
500 feet?
I mean,
Or
you
not
probably know
out,
where you're
probably
going.
not completely out of the building, but you probably get to the end of the hallway that you briefly walk through to get to the center area.
Mm. Problem is, then I'm out there by myself. And those guards aren't controlled, are they?
No, they're not controlled.
I will go right next to Cronus.
All right. As you lift
Right
the
next to
thing,
Cronus.
she looks bewildered and grasps at the shifted weight from her hip. Looks around wildly, trying to see what happens, and sees you casting, materializing before her eyes as you're chanting the final words to cast your dimension door, and you kind of have the relic in hand as you poof across the room, and you reappear next to Cronus. Put yourself wherever
Bing,
you like.
na 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 boom boom. Yep. That's
All
it.
right. And she looks over at you and kind of shouts, "Guards, arrest him immediately! Capture him!" And I'm going to go ahead and need you guys to roll initiatives. Let me go real quick. Let me clear this real fast. Okay, go ahead if you want to roll initiatives. And before we get into the fight, I'll kind of people kind of pause above table. Let me know what you guys are thinking right at the moment.
So
I mean, how much do we want to play
does initiative
Yeah.
count for my, where is it? Reliable talent, or is that not? That initiative's not a skill or ability check.
Sorry, I'm trying to open a character sheet right now. What was your question?
Initiative, is that a skill or ability check? Can I
It's
do
a-
my reliable talent?
I don't. It's based off ability, but I don't think it's considered an ability check. It's
Double check. I think it may
It is kind of a dex check.
right. It's not an ability or skill check. It's a D20 roll, which you add your dex modifier, so it doesn't count as an
Okay.
ability check or a skill check.
Can I use a fate token with it? Do we have fate?
What are
We
you
don't
trying
have
to?
one.
Why?
What are you trying to do now? I've lost me now.
I'm trying to get as high of an initiative as I can so I can take this dragon control artifact and give it to the dragonborn that is right next to me so he can control the dragons with his extreme strength of will.
Okay.
Because my initiative is 9.2. I rolled the worst initiative that I could possibly roll.
So, an initiative roll is an ability check, according to Jeremy Crawford.
Yeah, I was about to say, with Anika, her, the Bard Jack of all trades applied to it, which applies to all ability checks. So it is technically an ability check.
Because it's a dex-based
So-
ability check.
Then I would get a 10 plus the 5.2, so my initiative would be 15.2.
I don't know if that's how that works for rogues.
That is now up to DM discretion.
Should I use a fate token?
1 second, I'm double checking.
Friends?
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it because I can always just take it from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you have time with everybody else moving?
Mm.
I mean, we are 200 feet away from them, but
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Well, 1 second. That 6 seconds you teleported away. I've given you guys a surprise round, but you got 6 seconds.
there we go.
okay.
1 second. I'm
That'll
just. I can't find anything conclusive. One thing says rules is written, and the other says it's not. I'm gonna have to
And it's
say
DM's call. Whatever you
Yeah.
make, it's fine.
I don't think
That's why you're the
initiative-
boss.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think it's the same. So I'm gonna say no, but I will look into it to see if I. Because one thing this rules is written, but I can't find the citation. It's like, okay, well that's great. Show me the reference or page
mean-
number.
And anything you say that adds or does something with initiative, it always says on initiative. You know, like alert, it's on initiative. It's not like it's.
I'm not quite.
The
following.
reliable talent says whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, which
Oh, this
that's
does not
my
have
plus
proficiency.
5.2 is my
This doesn't have proficiency. Your proficiency bonus means you're proficient in that skill.
right. So what's the bonus that it adds?
Your
Dex.
dexterity.
My dexterity bonus.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Wait.
Okay.
Are you also a rogue who's not proficient
Let's move
in
on.
stealth?
Okay.
I am a rogue who is not proficient in stealth. I picked deception, performance, and persuasion.
Also means reliable talent wouldn't take. It doesn't matter anymore.
Let me roll this guys.
Okay.
Okay. Like I said, you guys do have the surprise round, so I will let you guys kind of discuss freely what you guys are wanting to do as the next moves. But and then you guys can volunteer whoever wants to go first and what they're doing in this 6-second window. You guys don't obviously have to attack. You guys could turn against Celine, whatever you guys want to do. Let me know how you guys want to do that.
Salim, how dare you?
Pick flame up,
What?
throw 'em
I
into
am
the
now
hole.
incoming.
What are we doing?
Yeah, you guys chase after me since you're guards. All right.
Are we chasing him or are we fighting this bitch? What are we doing?
Oh, we didn't play this far. I didn't think we would actually get the scepter.
Callie just kind of looks at Lord and
I
raises an eyebrow like, what are we doing?
I assume you want to give Skybor the word to reach out to Leora
Yep.
and your sister.
Yes. Yes.
So
You know,
Skybor, are
yeah.
you doing that with your turn to? Actually, it wouldn't take your whole turn. You could definitely send the message saying, "Hey, the show's on."
Since
YOLO.
we have a free round for surprise, and we can go in any order, right?
Any order you guys choose. Yep.
All right, so I will go first, and I will take this artifact, and I will hand it to Cronus, and then I will run on back into the tunnel and hide in the shadows. I did my part. It's up to you guys.
We still have to beat this chick and the tiefling.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Oh, thanks.
You can't shoot him from back there, bro.
You're so far away.
Sure I can. It's
Okay.
180
Cool.
feet. But they'll be coming towards you, so don't worry about it.
Oh yay.
Makes you think I'm staying on a catwalk over lava.
Yeah.
No, you're running backwards back to us.
Says the rogue who can move 90 feet.
The one with the big flaming red hair should stand in the middle of the catwalk and say, "You shall not pass."
Yes.
While the
Lorna
rest of us,
rips off her
like the
have
story,
disguise.
run away.
There we go. That's what Lorna does. Rips off her head with the sky, saying, "Surprise, bitch." But she'll move here and pull out her sword and be like, "Haha, it's us." I don't know what else to do, you guys. I'm panicking now.
So you're gonna give up your cover as the guard?
Drink your potions.
Yes.
This is the weirdest kind
I
of.
know.
It's like a split the party, but it's not.
We're all together.
Like,
I'm
We
so
literally, so
bored.
like, what happened was, is that
Like,
we had a
what?
plan. The plan worked. Our problem was we planned
Now
too
we're
close to the sun, and we didn't plan past getting the scepter.
yeah.
Right.
So now we're making
Why-
shit up
why
and
don't-
it's
why
about to
don't-
blow up.
You guys take a moment to discuss about, because these are very decisive actions you're
Yeah.
taking. I feel like you need the moment because I'm fine with whatever you guys want to do, but every action has a consequence.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so like, theory and potential plan. Chase Salim.
Yeah.
Because the key is still down in the Cave of Wonders.
But
True.
he gave me the scepter before he ran away.
It's fine.
Yeah, which
I'm-
means
I'm
she's
kinda-
fucking
I'm just
chasing
above
us,
table
man.
discussion is up before that, so Sleeve, you're free to
Alright.
change that. But this is you guys all need to decide what you guys want to do. I feel like this is a very
Okay.
Okay,
so.
I can sleight of hand give him the scepter. Correct?
okay, hang on. Everybody needs to have a say in this one. Are we staying and fighting,
Okay.
or are we running and trying to go get the key?
We need to take her out.
We need to do both of them. I don't think the
I
order
agree.
matters.
I agree.
So like,
I think the key can wait. I honestly think that the key can wait because she sent soldiers down there.
They
If
haven't
get
found
the
it
key-
yet.
Exactly.
They haven't found it yet, so
So
And even if they did
Plus,
find it,
there's
if we take,
a
take
hundred
them
something.
out,
Skybar, what were you saying?
like, even if they did find the key, if we take them out, where are they going to take the key to?
Exactly.
Oh, they won't be looking for the key without them down there.
No, exactly. So,
They-
or they're not going to touch the key without them.
Right.
correct.
So we
You
need to
lost
take
me.
her
What
out.
key are you
And
talking about? Are you talking about one of the actual Merlin keys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
plus,
The one
there's
that's
some
in the
big artifact
cave.
down. Yeah, there's some big artifact like the genie lamp or something down there too. The
Yeah.
peons are not going to touch that stuff.
no, exactly. So that's the thing. I think we take her out. I agree. Let's Callie and I fake. Oh shit! They took something. Run towards. I think we need to get out of the aviary.
You're thinking draw them
Away
out.
from the dragons.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Away from the
Like, if we
dragons.
can get this bitch to chase us, it'll be great. And honestly, she might, considering you have the scepter.
Yeah. So that being said, let's put it. We're gonna try and chase Celine, quote unquote.
We're still pretending to be guards.
Still pretending to be the guards. Callie and I will peek back. If she's not following, I think that's when we have to turn and be like, oh, no. Now that the guards are
if
gone.
If Cronus can use the scepter or whatever it is to control those four dragons can attack her.
True. My concern is it's probably an attunement item.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
just assume something
right,
as powerful is not that simple.
No. So
Who has the bag of holding?
he has one.
Lorna and Cronus both have
Okay.
one.
So
So what happens if you put a bag of holding into another bag of holding?
No, we're
Doesn't
not
it like
doing that.
blow up? or
Game
something?
breaking.
I believe the contents
Literally,
spill
you
out
create a
into the
black
ether,
hole.
like, into the. I think there is a rule on that, like a dimensional.
Oh, it is. It's part of
explodes,
it's part of the
disappear.
description
They
of the bag of holding.
Isn't it like a 300-foot diameter sucked into a different plane of existence?
basically.
Yes.
You're making me
Game
look up
breaking.
all sorts of shit tonight,
Yep.
and that's perfectly fine. I love it. I love
however,
this idea.
With that in mind, question: where's the fucking hole? Portable hole. It was on Anika. Who has it now?
I thought you sold it amongst all your other belongings.
Let me
No, the
double
portable
check.
hole has a curse stored in it.
It
That was
would
Josel's.
not- It would not have been put in the bag. I know it's noted
Clearly.
as in the bag. But Lorna is smart enough not to put it in the bag. Let me denote that.
It's like, please don't put it in the bag. Otherwise, we're in a different universe. This is all a
Yes.
dream.
Bold, underlined, italicized.
The game has been over for 5 years already. Though.
Yes, exactly.
No, just like a year.
Yeah.
It's really just a bad bender. That's all this all this was.
I was like, well, you see, there was a plane crash. And they were all dead the whole time.
You all wake back up in prison.
Okay, so we're still pretending to be guards unless she doesn't follow the ruse.
I think so. Because I think we try and, like, run down the hallway if we can. Try and make it more in our favor.
Okay.
And then, Cronus, I don't know what you want to do with that scepter, but you,
Well,
you boo.
at this point, he hasn't handed it off. You guys
No.
totally could,
Right.
but it sounds like you're wanting to chase Salim out with the scepter, is what I'm gathering. Or did you
Yeah.
want to give it to Cronus and then chase after Cronus and Salim? I will say him handing it to another guard and the guard following him out is going to raise suspicions
Be very suspicious.
of all four of you, since you all arrived together.
Yeah. It's basically we're just in this, we've sold too hard, we gotta keep going.
Yep.
You deceived so well. You just gotta keep feeding it with more lies, more and more lies.
Now the other option.
The other option is just fuck it all and attack her.
Okay, another option.
Oh, you have a different one? What you got?
I do. We can't capture Salim. He got away. Oh no. Give time for Cronus to actually attune to the scepter.
You're correct.
Be on guard, looking for the scepter, finding this guy who's hidden. Can't find him anywhere. Fuck this guy, and that's when he can attune.
So either way, we are leaving this room.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try to.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, Salim,
Okay,
do you
hold
want to
on.
teleport our dimension door a little bit further down the hall then?
Yeah, I'll go into the tunnel, the hall.
So you're
Okay.
keeping the scepter.
Yeah.
We are all looking surprised.
Okay. Are we all trying to run away to give
Oh, no,
Cronus
no,
the
no, no.
time to attune? run
we
away.
don't know where
you know what I mean.
Celine. We don't know where Celine went.
Actually,
Wait for the orders.
Salim has the ability to do the pocket dimension with the rope.
Yep.
So really, we just need to get away from everybody. Go up,
So, Once we
sit
get
in a
inside the
rope.
tunnel, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace to
Okay.
give us extra stealth. Salim can hurry up and do his pocket dimension. We can go inside the pocket dimension for an hour.
You can attune to the thing, and then we
And
can
then
go
I
back
can-
and fuck this
I
bitch's
can look
day
at-
up.
Okay. That's what we're
Or
trying
But
to
sorry,
do.
I
he
can't
can
do-
try to put the pocket dimension somewhere where, because then it's just like a little piece of rope hanging down.
Yeah, so like
It's
we
a
should still
length
try
of
and find
rope
somewhere
that
hidden.
is 60 up to 60 feet long. You climb up the rope, and then we can pull the rope up behind us.
Oh,
Oh,
we
so you can
don't
pull
have
the
to
rope
leave
up, so that doesn't matter.
Right, and then the rope is hit, and we close the little door, and we can look out, but they can't see us.
All right,
Alright.
gang.
So
Let's
all right,
Scooby-Doo this
let's-
motherfucker.
There's a lot happening here.
Yes.
So let's.
Okay.
I think we break this down into steps because each will have to resolve itself, and
Alright.
then we might want to just call it early tonight and start this for the next session. But let's break this down. Okay, so you're about what 300, 500, or you're about 150 feet down the hallway right now. Callie, Lorna, Cronus, Skybor. Let's let them react
chasing.
first. So no, you're 300 feet down. So now Callie, Skybor, Lorna, what do you guys do? You guys chase after him into the tunnel, I assume, right?
Did she still yell, "Go get him"?
Yeah, she yelled at us.
Oh
soon as
yeah,
she-
100%.
So
She-
okay, so you guys move your guys' movement speed for this turn order.
Can we dash?
Yeah, you can dash.
Alright, I can move 100 feet.
Oh, hey, boo.
Nope, I'm
Cat
way
was
far
slow.
away from
Okay,
you now.
bye.
And you guys move. So you guys dashed. Okay. All right. And that
now
brings.
my action, I dimension door, right? And so
Right.
now I take an action for this free round, right? Because they all just took an action to run at me,
Right.
chase me. But I
So-
haven't taken my action because I'm in the tunnel already, right?
Mm,
So rope
yeah, your
trick,
dimension
casting
door
time.
was kind of your action. So
Okay.
you're in the tunnels and you use the rest of your movement speed to
That
keep
was-
running down the tunnels and stuff like that. So
Okay.
so who did I miss? Or
Guy,
go
were
ahead,
you
Callie.
running too?
Yeah.
Are you giving the word to prisoners yet? Or has that changed?
No. No.
Okay.
Because I was told if our cover was blown, which it has not.
Mm.
True.
Mhm.
The plan did change a little bit. Our cover is not blown, therefore we do not need to start a riot.
Good call on that, Skybor.
Okay. So you guys are seemingly allies right now, so I will go ahead and let you guys take your actions first before the ninjas kind of chase after. But you see that they're all the guards in this room are chasing after in pursuit of following you guys after Salim.
Oh yeah, knowing I'm slow as fuck, Callie is continuing to run.
Mhm.
All right. So what is the rest of the group? So Salim, you seem like you had something a ready to action you wanted to do. So what would you like to do as you
I'm
continue?
going to cast rope trick.
Okay.
Casting time is one action.
Okay. And I assume you climb up the rope and get into the pocket dimension?
Yep.
All right.
So
You
and
were...
it's not in the middle of the tunnel. It's hanging off to the side, right along the wall. So people running down the middle of the tunnel are not going to necessarily see it.
Okay. Let's do a stealth check real quick, see how well you placed it. How discreet is this hanging rope out of nowhere?
I assume it's in a shadow.
23.
I would assume that if people are searching
It's-
for a
it's a
person, they're not
dark
going to be looking
tunnel.
for a rope.
I mean, also that.
Okay. You climb up in your little hole. You think you hit it well enough off to the side. Time will tell. What is everyone else doing? I assume dashing down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Curtis, how many feet can you move per turn with your dash?
With my normal dash, 100.
100. You have
Cronus
to
is
do
already in the hole before
It's like, yeah,
Me.
before
Cronus saw
Celine was in there.
Salim do the rope.
You're a little bit. Does he teleport deeper into the tunnel? He's a little bit just so shy away from that. So you're welcome to do your shenanigans to make the distance, though, if you wanted to.
Cronus was probably in the little hole before I was. He's so fast.
I will move. Will 50 feet give me like halfway to where the hole is?
No, it's past 100 feet. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, wait, how far down the hallway is he?
He went deeper in the hallway, so it's about I would say about $1.50. About as the middle point.
Like $1.50 from where we are, like where we are on the map currently?
Correct.
Why is it that far?
I will go 50 feet.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the full dash. I'm going to ready my action to cast. How wide is this opening?
It's pretty spacious. Let me see real quick. About 100 feet wide.
Alright. Damn. How big is a ball of darkness?
I think 30
15
feet.
feet in diameter? I'm not 100% sure.
Not diameter, probably radius.
Darkness spell.
Yeah, I
is that
think it
where-
is radius. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I think it's 30 feet diameter is what I thought, but
Yeah,
15 foot
30
radius, yeah.
diameter.
Okay. Never mind. How close is Callie to me?
I'm literally where I am on the thing.
Well, I'm.
I
That
think the
doesn't-
back. I was measuring at the top part. I guess this is more like 50 feet wide, measuring at the base of it.
Yeah, like, I have no idea. Callie's slow. She's behind.
Yeah, I get that.
She's stopping for a breather.
Look, I'm the only one here other than Skybor who has a 30-foot movement speed, and I was like 100 feet in front of him.
Right. So, Skyward, are you in the tunnel now, in pursuit? I assume with the rest at this point with your movement
Yeah, I mean,
speed.
I would have run as well when Cronus took off. I just didn't move my token because what's the point?
So you guys take off. You guys start running down the hallway. Cronus, you're using your turn to close the distance. So you guys probably have to, if you guys are dashing, Lorna and Callie, it's probably going to take you two more turn orders to get to the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume that's what you guys are doing. Is there any other change to what your guys' plan is?
No.
Okay, let me just do some math on these guys. That's kind of curious how much distance you guys put between them and you. Kind of go after what you're doing. Let me double check their movement speed. They are fast little boogers. So
And like realistically, we don't have to go into the portal.
Really,
hole
just
either.
Cronus does, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Because, like, theoretically, we can continue to try and find you for an hour.
Mhm. Yep.
It really just needs to be Cronus and Celine in that hole.
I think that might be a better idea. Let's not draw attention to
Just-
that area.
Follow the trail of pee and you'll find me.
What?
All right.
Do you have one of the scouters, Celine?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, I do.
so we can still talk to you.
Do they work when I'm in another dimension?
It has a chance of failing, but it is the sending spell, so it also has a bigger chance of succeeding.
So Lorna, what's your Cali speed? Because you guys and your Skyward with all your dashes, all your whatever. What's your maximum speed per turn?
60.
My maximum speed is... Sorry.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. 60, I heard, for Skybor.
Mine's the same.
I
Alright,
will
60
follow
all
them
go.
because I'm 80.
Okay. So you'll be in front of them then. So then, okay, so your first turn, you guys get 80 feet, 60 feet down the hallway. Callie and Skyward, it's going to take you probably 2 more turns to get there, to get to the rope. Is that your plan, or are you guys running past the rope now?
If they're this close behind me and they covered that quickly, I'm not going for the rope.
Lorna and Skybor, what are you guys doing?
Not going for the rope either.
Okay.
I'm going to run and lean against the wall where the rope is, and like looking like I'm trying to catch my breath.
Okay, you're not to the rope quite yet.
But that's what I'm going to do.
So when you get to the rope, you're gonna kind of obscure it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It won't be there as soon as Cronus gets up the rope. I'm pulling it up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind then.
Okay.
Not even giving us the chance.
So yeah, the Ashi
All
kind
right,
of
guys.
stay on your heels. You, Callie, Skyward together as they're running down. So in another turn or two, though, you definitely would be able to make it to the hole, Cronus, and climb up the rope and into Pocket Dimension. I assume you pull the rope up immediately. Does the hole stay there?
You
I believe
cannot
it was
see the hole.
Oh, okay. There you go. So then you guys are in this little
It
dimension.
stays there, but you cannot see it.
Okay.
There you go.
The rest of you, not inside the hole, kind of rush to the dark tunnel and then out into the broad, morning light, and look across the deck. You hear the steps of the ninjas in pursuit behind you, looking for this thief. And what do you guys do as you guys are outside the aviary? And obviously, Salim is not in front of you.
I'm gonna use sending through the little scouters we're wearing to Salim. Just don't know where you two are, but you've got an hour. I think we'll keep running.
I'd like to stipulate we're not by guards while she's doing this.
No, they're still behind us.
Okay.
You're not what? I'm sorry, Lorna.
Not by guards.
I'm doing this where they cannot see we're here, because I'm assuming
Right.
they're still a bit behind us.
So yeah, I guess I'm asking: are you guys standing still out the opening, or are you guys like trying to keep running in some kind of direction, or what are you guys?
No, still running in a direction.
Okay. You guys kind of
I'm selling this bit.
just trying to look around like you can't find them.
Yep.
And are you three sticking together, or are you guys fanning out?
Sticking together.
Sticking together.
Okay. You guys run off in a different direction. You see some of the other ninjas come out the opening, trying to assess where they go, running off in a different direction. Another set of 4 kind of run out. They run off in, down to the lower level direction to kind of start heading that direction. And then the last 4 kind of head out and they start kind of following in your direction, but they're fanning out a little bit more. They all seem to be seeking this missing individual, and they're getting more and more other guards that are outside the aviary involved, and they're starting to hear news of what is going down. You guys are successfully in search mode. You're not in combat mode, and you do see some of the dragons that were kind of roosted in the aviary have taken flight, and they're flying over the ship right now, scouring the decks looking for this smaller guard. This guard is too short to be a guard. And
Is the control broken since we're in another dimension?
is what control broken?
The control over the dragons.
You don't know.
Okay.
But from Salim, or sorry, from Skybor, Callie, and Lorna's perspective, it doesn't seem like it's been broken.
Yep, I did send them, or I tried to send the message. It should. There's a 5% chance it'll fail, but if we're gonna keep being guards, we'll see you in an hour. Stay safe.
Okay.
I guess
Alright.
roll a D100 if it's a 1 through 5. No, it doesn't.
What is the thing you're trying to do that's a 5% chance of failing?
So the Scouters. We can cast sending to people that have them.
Mm-hmm.
Sending has a 5% chance of failing if you're not in the same dimension.
Okay, just roll a I guess a D100, and if it's above a 5, you're good. If it's below a 5, you're not so
We're
good.
good.
Damn, okay.
Okay, so you pass. Your message makes it through to Celine. What do you share with him?
We're going to keep them on the run. We'll see you in an hour, and I guess if we've noticed the dragons are still moving.
I'm so sorry. I kind of blanked out.
See you in an hour. We're pretending to be guards. Dragons still moving. Under 25 words.
Gotcha. All right, so you get that message, Liam. It seems like the dragons are still at large.
And I tell Cronus that message.
What are you two doing in this little bubble for the next hour?
I'm taking a nap. I handed Cronus the artifact. I said, "It's all yours, bud. Wake
Speed
me
up.
when you're done."
All right, Cronus, do you guys have any kind of, any kind of identify or magic detection capabilities?
I mean, I do not. So,
I have detect magic.
I mean, you tell me what you guys are doing. Are you guys just trying to attune to it? Are you trying to figure out what kind of stuff's going on here?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot went down that if I didn't attune to this, I would be letting everybody down. So, I would.
Let me detect magic on it and see if we can.
I mean,
figure out
hopefully it's
anything
magic. You
first.
stole the damn thing from her to start this
Yeah.
damn chase.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not a fake.
It reacted like it was magic.
You open
Yeah.
it up, you'll see the label. It says "Made in Kanzu." All right.
So, I will unattune from my dragonhide belt and attune to this.
Well, real quick before you do that,
Mm-hmm.
you're detecting magic on it. Okay.
Yeah.
You're definitely picking up powerful magic that using charming and mind controlling and turning people into thralls, mixed with a little bit of necromancy. But you're sensing other magic that works on this item, something that comes at a cost to the user to wield. Some type of curse.
Go for it.
I mean, as long as it doesn't kill you, I can probably uncurse you later.
What do you share with what bits of information do you share there, Sleeve? You don't have to share any of that information with Cronus if you don't want to.
I share with him what kind of school of magic it is. And I share with him that there's some sort of minor taint to it, that it costs something to use it, but I'm unsure what.
You said minor, right?
Yeah.
Don't
I think
know
it
if you'll
gives
still
you,
have
like-
a fiance by the end of this.
I think,
You were
I think
I'm out
it
the
gives
hole
you
the
like
same size
dandruff
as
or
Salim.
something. I'm not. It gives you bad breath or something. I'm not sure.
Should've gone married before this.
I told you I could.
I know!
You decided to wait.
No, we're gonna do the what's her face?
It makes you
Pirates of the
impotent.
Caribbean? Getting married while we're fighting.
Just in the middle of the fight. Calimarius. What?
Marry us. Anyway,
Yeah. So based on the information that this is only going to cause me a minor inconvenience, I will go ahead and attune to it.
Oh my god, this is going so well. Okay. I'm just
It
kidding.
could
I'm
never
just-
end well. Let's be
Teasing.
real. We're already flirting with luck at this point. Disaster had to show up.
All right. So you begin your hour-long attunement, and I think that's where we'll rejoin with you completing your attunement and seeing what all that entails. So go ahead, update your character sheet to show that you remove that other attunement item. So I don't know how that affects your stats. And I think that's where we'll pick up next week.
Please don't let another one of my character's partners die.
What do you mean another one?
I
To
literally.
be fair, you killed your
You
husband.
killed your husband. I did that.
No, my Wednesday character just lost her partner.
Oh shit.
I don't see how that's his fault.
Disintegrated.
I
Right
mean-
in
I don't
front
see
of
how
her.
that's his fault. That's not
I
Silent's fault.
Gave you a hint to detect magic. I don't know what else to.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And
no,
I
this is
was
completely
told-
their fault.
By the person checking it, that it's a minor inconvenience.
Okay.
I believe it because Sleeve is so charismatic.
I'm a rogue, not a magician, so
Yeah, right.
maybe I got that mixed up.
You're good at magic. You do the locks and the arrow stuff, right?
Yeah.
You do the daggers.
Almost kind of like Maleficent's staff, right? Like, yeah, sure, it's only a minor curse.
Oh, very minor.
Oh,
Well, actually,
man.
when that got identified, it was identified fully, I believe.
Yeah,
And
it
because
was
I had.
Pure fucking evil
I
was
s-
the description of it.
If you're-
To be
Not
fair,
a minor inconvenience.
to be fair, there are goggles
Yep.
in one of the bags that
Yep.
will allow you to cast Identify with being attuned to them.
Mhm.
Once
I
a
don't
day.
have that.
None of us do at the moment. So, like, you have all of that information you have. So, you made your decision. We'll find out how bad it was next week.